Hello there everybody, how is it going and how have you been? I am EuclideanSqd, and we're back here in Duel Links for the release of the next mini-box, Tornado of Phantoms. Now, really quick, yes, I do see the giant sign of Jack Atlas in the background. I am well aware that his unlocked event is underway. The main reason I'm not covering it right now is because I just haven't had time to participate in the event all that much. Today has been a lot busier than I expected. I have gotten a lot of tokens, but that's mainly just from hitting auto duel over and over again and then putting my phone back into my pocket. So, yeah, basically to tell you guys how little I've played in it, I've gotten him unlocked at the gate, but I can still only duel him at level 10. So I have to beat the level 10 to get to 20, beat the 20 to get to 30, and then beat the 30 to unlock the 40. So he's going to have to wait a little bit. It will be coming out very soon, though. Probably tomorrow, if I had to guess. But moving on, we're not going to be worrying about Jack Atlas right now. I grabbed my 500 promotional gems. Let's just go right into this mini box and start opening up packs. And I'm actually not super sure what's in it, just because I didn't realize you could skip the little cutscene that plays whenever a new box is added to the game. But I just accidentally tapped the screen as it started, and it stopped. So, no idea what's in here. Let's find out. And in case you're wondering, I have linked my Steam version of the account, which I record with, to that of my phone, which I primarily play on. So, in case you're just wondering why I'm referring to playing the game on my phone. Let's see, so we have Gusto Falcos, a level 4 Synchro, very low level Synchro monster. Psychic Synchro, 1400 attack, 1200 defense, 1 tuner and 1 or more non-tuner Gusto monsters. When this card is Synchro summoned, all Gusto monsters currently on the field gain 600 attack. Alright, so that does include it, because Gusto is in Gusto, and that's how the rules work. And pardon me just a second, and yes, I am recording. Alright, just wanted to make sure. Then we have... Anyway, yeah, that was very interesting Synchro. I don't know how easy it is to create a level 4, but anyway. Swallow Flip. Counter Trap card. Negate the activation of an effect monster's effect that activates when a monster is special summoned, including itself, and destroy it. Negate the activation of an effect that activates when a monster is special summoned, including itself. Well, I guess an example is that Gusto, because once it's Synchro summoned, which is a kind of special summoning, it gives everything attack points. And then Zombow Wow. Thing is both disturbing and adorable at the same time. A level 2 Dark Zombie with 1000 attack and defense. When this card declares an attack, it gains 500 attack. If this card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 level 1 monster with 0 attack and defense from your deck. Its effects are negated, also it is destroyed during your next end phase. Huh. I feel like that probably works with some other card in this box, but I'm not entirely sure what for. Triangle Power, a spell card. Increase the original attack and defense of all face-up level 1 normal monsters, except tokens, on your side of the field by 2,000 points until the end phase. Destroy all level 1 normal monsters on your side of the field during the end phase. Okay, so I'm guessing this box has some kind of subset of cards that want to work with level 1 monsters? Interesting. Contact with Gusto. This is not marked as new because I did see in the announcement for the box at least that there are 3 cards that are reprints or can also be found in a previous box, and this is apparently one of them. Target 2 Gusto monsters in your graveyard and 1 card in your opponent controls. Shuffle both targets in your graveyard into the deck, then destroy the opponent's target. Pretty cool spell card, not going to lie. If the Gustos seem interesting, I may try experimenting with them, but I'm not sure. This is interesting. Mecha Phantom Beasts Saberhawk. A level 4 wind machine, 2100 attack, 100 defense. Let's see here. This card cannot attack your opponent directly. Fair enough. If you have a monster in your graveyard that is not a Mecha Phantom Beast monster, this card cannot attack. Okay. This card's level is increased by the total levels of all Mecha Phantom Beast tokens you control. While you control a token, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Once per turn, you contribute one token, then target one card in either player's graveyard, banish that target. Interesting. Some pretty hefty drawbacks. Pretty much have to only run Mecha Phantom Beasts if you want to use this thing, but yeah, that's kind of a cool card. That is something else I saw in the announcement, is that there are quite a lot of Mecha Phantom Beasts, which I did play around with a little bit, just kind of in single player off camera, and they were interesting. Laughing Flower, a level 2 normal plant with 900 attack and 500 defense. Okay. Another copy of Swallow Flip, and a super rare, cool, Hushed Psychic Cleric. Level 3 Psychic monster, 0 attack, 2100 defense. If this card is normal or flip summoned, change it to defense position. Cool. Once per turn, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, then target one Psychic type monster in your graveyard. Banish that target. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, target one monster banished by this card's effect and special summon it. Ooh, that's good. That's a good effect. Because I learned this when playing with that Felbrand Dragon deck, using things like, what is it, Dragon Knight of Creation that lets you discard a card and then special summon a level 7 or 8 dragon from your graveyard. You can send a Psychic monster in your hand to the graveyard, and then target that one you sent to banish it and get it ready to be special summoned. I think the main thing is that you would need at least one Psychic monster in the graveyard to at least have permission to activate this effect, but yeah, that's a cool monster. I'm not usually a fan of Psychics, but Hushed Psychic Cleric and like Silent Psychic, what was that thing? Silent Psychic something, or like some of the Psychics are cool. I have mixed feelings anyway. Mimiclay, a spell card. If your opponent controls a monster, target one level 2 or lower defense position monster you control. Special summon from your deck in defense position one monster with the same name as that monster on the field, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only activate one Mimiclay per turn. One level 2 or lower defense position monster you control. Interesting. Another Saberhawk. Torque Tune Gear. A level 1 light machine union tuner with no attack and defense. Once per turn, you can either target a monster you control, equip this card to that target, which could be anything, or unequip this card and special summon it. A monster equipped with this card is treated as a tuner. It gains 500 attack and defense, and if the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy this card instead. Okay, so it can turn anything into a tuner and give it a small power boost, or you could just use it as a level 1 tuner. That's actually a nice amount of flexibility. Triangle Power. Major Riot. I remember, this is an old card. It's a trap card. If a monster you control returns to your hand by an opponent's card effect, return as many monsters on the field to the hand as possible. Then each player special summons monsters from their hand in face-down defense position equal to the number of monster cards that were returned to their hand. Interesting effect. Doesn't really keep your opponent from just special summoning stuff that you just sent back. Unless it says it can only be special summoned in a certain way, but weird trap card. Alright. We have Daigusto Goldos. A level 5 Wind Psychic Synchro, 2200 attack, 800 defense. Pardon me, I'm just really... I don't know why I'm so concerned about the recording, but... Oop, and I clicked through it. So paranoid about the recording that I'm messing up actually reading through the cards. I'll get to that one when we're done with all the packs. Crystal Pear. Trap card. When a Crystal Beast monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, place one Crystal Beast monster from your deck face up in your spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell card. Then you take no battle damage for the rest of this turn. That's a good card. That's a very good card. And you do send the Crystal Beast to the graveyard. Like, you can't just put it in your spell trap card zone, then use Crystal Pair to get another one, but being able to search out any Crystal Beast is nice. If you're trying to run Rainbow Dragon, for example. Interesting. Another Laughing Flower, and Salvage Warrior. A level 5 Water Warrior, 1900 attack, 1600 defense. When this card is tribute summoned, you can special summon one tuner monster from your hand or graveyard. Alright, very good synchro material. Presuming you have the tuners to work with it, but very cool. Very, very cool. Did we get an ultra rare? No, because there are no synchro monsters that are ultra rares, but we probably got another super. 1000 Energy. Another spell card. Increase the original attack and defense of all face-up level 2 normal monsters, except tokens, on your side of the field by 1000 points until the end phase. Destroy all level 2 normal monsters on your side of the field during the end phase. So it's like 1000 Energy, but or Triangle Energy or Triangle Power or whatever that was, but it gives you less points? Or is it that Energy only gives you 2000 attack, but this gives you 1000 for both? Well, I guess that's probably why they added that Laughing Flowers, so that you could they'd at least make sure that people would be able to get a level 2 normal. Not like that's really hard to do, but... Synth Amplifier. Okay. It's a field spell card. Very tiny text, so pardon me if my voice changes a little bit as I lean in to read this. Each time an effect of a Symphonic Warrior card is activated, that's new, place one Symphonic counter on this card when that effect resolves. All Symphonic Warrior monsters on the field gain 100 attack for each Symphonic counter on this card. Once per turn, you can remove 5 or 7 Symphonic counters from your field. Apply this effect depending on the number of Symphonic counters removed. For 5 counters, inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each Symphonic Warrior card on the field. Or for 7 counters, banish cards your opponent controls and or in their graveyard up to the number of Symphonic Warrior cards on the field. That is a steep cost, but I have never heard of these Symphonic Warriors, so it's possible you can activate their effects pretty frequently? Weird. And we have Stardust Assault Warrior, yet another super rare. A level 6 Wind Warrior Synchro, 2100 attack, 1200 defense. Takes any tuner and 1 non-tuner monsters. At least I think that's what that says. I can't tell if that's another dash or if that's a plus. I'll double check it when we get out of this, or when we can see the overlays and I can get the bigger one on the side. When this card is synchro summoned, well, you control no other monsters. You can target 1 junk monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can only use this effect of Stardust Assault Warrior once per turn. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. Okay. So it's basically saying that if you synchro summon this thing and revive a junk, you can't then, like, lower Assault Warrior's level, synchro summon another one, and then revive another junk, which is kind of a waste, but anyway. Piercing battle damage is nice. Interesting. Very interesting. Symphonic Warrior Piano. Piano? I don't know how to say that. There's 2 A's in piano. Or piano doesn't normally have 2 A's. Moving on. A level 3 Wind Machine Tuner. 900 attack, 1300 defense. Once per turn, you can declare 1 monster type and select 1 face-up Symphonic Warrior monster on the field. That monster becomes that monster type. You can declare 1 monster type and remove from play this card from your graveyard to select 1 Symphonic Warrior monster you control and make it that monster type. Okay. So you could turn this thing into any type of monster. So it can be a bit of a wild card for something that, say, only wants a Fiend type tuner or only wants a Warrior type tuner or something like that. So that's cool. Another Triangle Power, and no, this thing boosts attack and defense. Oh, but this only works for level 1s. The other one works for level 2s. Okay. And Mecha Phantom Beasts Stealth Ray. A level 3 Wind Machine, 100 attack, 2100 defense. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, special summon one Mecha Phantom Beast token, which is a machine type level 3 wind token with 0 attack and defense. This card's level is increased by the total levels of all Mecha Phantom Beast tokens you control. While you control a token, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Once per turn, you contribute a token, then target one spell trap card on the field and destroy that target. I really, really like that. I really like that. You can set this thing if your opponent attacks into it and deals damage to themselves. You get a token, and then on your next turn you contribute it and destroy one of their spell and trap cards. Plus there's other Mecha Phantom Beasts, like I think there's one that summons a token whenever a token is tributed to activate the effect of a Mecha Phantom Beast, so very interesting cards. Let's see here. Another Amplifier, another Symphonic Warrior, and Psychic Trigger. A trap card. Activate only while your life points are lower than your opponent's. Select 2 Psychic-type monsters in your graveyard. Remove them from play and draw 2 cards. Not bad. Not bad. There are some Psychics out there that deal, that make you pay life points to use their effects. This is another reprint. Gusto Kudor, a level 3 Winged Beast. 1000 attack, 400 defense. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can special summon one Wind Psychic-type monster with 1500 or less defense from your deck. Another Contact with Gusto, another Stealth Ray. Alright, so let's check these guys. So, 1 tuner plus 1 plus non-tuner monsters. I'm guessing that this card probably came out after they changed from saying 1 or more to just 1 plus. So I'm guessing you could use 2 non-tuners. I don't know, I've never seen it printed that way. The one we skipped was this guy. So, Gusto Goldos, 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner Gusto monsters, 2200 attack, 800 defense. Once per turn, you can shuffle 2 Gusto monsters from your graveyard into the main deck to target one face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. Very nice, but it does not allow you to recover your Gusto Synchros because they have to go to the main deck. So, cool. No, that's where I want to push. It's been a busy day and I'm a little bit mentally frazzled, but let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Mistakes and all. Did we get an ultra rare? We might have gotten a prismatic ultra rare. That's kind of cool. Got Shadow Spectre, a level 1 zombie with 500 attack, so not that impressive, but if you run the 1000 energy, that's a level 1 with 2500 attack, which can be kind of scary. Another Torque Tune Gear. No, this is a super rare, but I'll take a prismatic. Mecha Phantom Beast Blue Impala. A level 3 Wind Machine Tuner, 1400 attack, 1100 defense. Cannot be used as a Synchro Material monster except for the Synchro Summon of a Machine-type monster. The other Synchro Material monsters... The other Synchro Material monsters are Mecha Phantom Beast monsters in your hand or on your side of the field. You can tune stuff in your hand? That's crazy good. While you control a token, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. That seems to be the unifying ability among all Mecha Phantom Beasts. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon 1 Mecha Phantom Beast token. No wonder this thing's a super rare. Being able to tune with stuff in your hand? That is so good. Or, could you tune with one other monster on the field and something in your hand, too? That's crazy. Gusto Corridor, Mimiclay, Future Glow. A continuous spell card. Activate this card by banishing 1 Psychic-type monster from your graveyard, and note its level. All Psychic-type monsters you control gain attack equal to that level times 200. That doesn't sound like much, but even banishing a level 4 gives all your Psychic types an extra 800 attack points. A level 6 gives them 1200. That's a huge power boost. Alright. Mecha Phantom Beast Warbluron? Warbluron? Level 1 Wind Machine Tuner. 300 attack and defense. If this card is sent to the graveyard for the synchro summon of a machine type monster, special summon one Mecha Phantom Beast token. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon any other monsters except wind monsters. While you control a token, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. You contribute one other Mecha Phantom Beast monster, increase this card's level by 1. You can only use one Mecha Phantom Beast Warbluon effect per turn, and only once that turn. Okay, so if you tribute something to boost its level, and then tune with it, you can't special summon a token as well. Good to know. Human Wave Tactics. Continuous trap card. During the end phase of each turn, select a number of level 2 or lower normal monsters from your deck, equal to the number of your level 2 or lower normal monsters destroyed as a result of battle during that turn, and special summon them to your side of the field. The deck is then shuffled. Alright, so that's actually mean. Because you set a level 2 normal, your opponent destroys it, Human Wave Tactics lets you replace it with something else. You set a second one, it's also destroyed, along with the other one that was special summoned. Special summon 2 more, play a third one, use the 1000 energy, or not 1000 energy, triangle energy. If they're all level 1s, you can use triangle energy, otherwise you have to use 1000 energy. But point is that this can help you slowly swarm the field, and then you can use those spell cards we've been getting to just suddenly dump like 2,000 or even 3,000, 4,000 attack points into those things, and then just wreak havoc. That could be a good deck. Mecha Phantom Beast Concorda. I think I pronounced that right. A level 7 Wind Machine Synchro, 1 tuner and 1 or more non-tuners. That's kind of cool, it accepts anything. 2400 attack, 1200 defense. Tokens you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. If this card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card, either by battle or by card effect, and sent to the graveyard, you contribute all tokens you control, then target one level 4 or lower Mecha Phantom Beast monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. That's kind of cool, because this thing protects your tokens, and your tokens would then protect the non-synchro Mecha Phantom Beasts. But good thing to note is that this thing is not, it is not protected by the fact that there's a token on the field, so that's something to keep in mind. But you could use this effect to then revive that one Phantom Beast that can tune with stuff in your hand, so that's a possibility. Presuming you didn't banish it to special summon a token, that is. Swallow Flip, Counter Gem. Trap card. Send all cards in your spell and trap card zone to the graveyard. Place as many Crystal Beast monsters as possible from your graveyard in your spell and trap card zone, face up as continuous spell cards. During the end phase, destroy all face-up Crystal Beast cards you control. That includes monsters. That is a very weird effect. I don't know what that's supposed to do. Mecha Phantom Beast Jaculuslan? I have no idea. A level 9 Wind Machine Synchro, 2700 attack, 2000 defense. Oh, I remember this thing. One of the standard duelist 5Ds decks uses this thing. Yeah. Has to be a Mecha Phantom Beast tuner and 1 or more non-tuner Mecha Phantom Beast monsters. When this card is synchro summoned, you contribute Mecha Phantom Beast tokens up to the number of cards in your opponent's hand. Randomly discard cards from your opponent's hand equal to the number of tributed monsters. Other Mecha Phantom Beast monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. I think that includes the tokens too. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by your opponent by battle or card effect, you can set 1 quick play spell card directly from your deck. That's a pretty potent tuner, or not tuner, pretty strong synchro monster. I might have to take another look at the Mecha Phantom Beast. I did have fun playing around with them earlier. Gem Elephant. Level 3, Earth, Rock, 400 attack, 1900 defense. During your main phase, you can return this face-up card on the field to the hand. Don't know why you'd do that, but okay. During damage calculation, if this card attacked or was attacked, you can send 1 normal monster from your hand to the graveyard, this card gains 1000 defense. That's pretty cool. I don't know why you'd want to return this thing to your hand. I mean, I guess if your opponent maybe, like, attaches some kind of bad equip spell card to it, but anyway. Winda, Priestess of Gusto, a level 2 wind psychic, 1000 attack, 400 defense. When this card is destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monster and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Gusto tuner monster from your deck. Very nice. Replaces itself, lets you find a tuner for strong synchros. Very cool. You have another gem elephant, Gusto Falcos, and another super rare, Mistworm. Another level 9 Wind Thunder Synchro, 2500 attack, 1500 defense. Accepts any tuner, but it has to be 2 non-tuner monsters. I know it says 2 or more, but very difficult to tune with more than 2 non-tuners just because you only have 3 monster card zones. If this card is synchro summoned, target up to 3 monsters your opponent controls, return those targets to the hand. Ooh, that's very nice. That completely just removes all the monsters your opponent controls. You still have to worry about their spell and trap cards, but there's stuff you can do to deal with that. That's cool. Another Symphonic Warrior. I wonder if there's any others. Another reprint. Mecha Phantom Beast Aerosquin. Level 3 Wind Machine, 1600 attack, 400 defense. Once per turn, you can banish a Mecha Phantom Beast monster from your graveyard, except Aerosquin, to special summon a token. This card's level is increased by the total levels of all Mecha Phantom Beast tokens you control, and while you control a token, this card can't be destroyed in battle or by card effects. And we got another Salvage Warrior. Gusto Kodor, Aerosquin, Token Sunday. Spell card. Destroy all tokens you control, then destroy cards on the field up to the number of tokens destroyed by this effect. Huh. I'm sure there's synergy there at the Mecha Phantom Beasts, but I know there's also other spell cards like Stray Lambs that just creates 2 tokens. So you use Stray Lambs, create 2 tokens, use this thing, destroy those, destroy 2 of your opponent's cards. Spell cards, trap cards, whatever. That's cool. Symphonic Warrior Basses. Level 1 Wind Machine Tuner. I wonder if they're all tuners. 600 attack and 400 defense. Once per turn, you can select one face-up Symphonic Warrior monster on the field. Increase its level by the number of cards in your hand. This increase lasts until the end phase. Pardon me. Oh. Sorry about that. You might have heard that, but I had to yawn. Yeah, increase its level by the number of cards in your hand. This increase lasts until the end phase. Right? You can remove from play this card from your graveyard to select one face-up Symphonic Warrior monster you control. Increase its level by the number of cards in your hand. Okay. So it seems like the Symphonic Warriors have... If the trend we're seeing is true, they all seem to be tuners. They all seem to want to target each other with effects that change them in some way, like their type, their level, like probably another one that changes their attribute or something like that. And they all have an effect where you can banish them from the graveyard to use their effect one last time if you need to. Okay. Then McClay, Mistbird Clausolus. This is interesting. That's actually fairly similar to that Ally of Justice Clausolus card. A level 3 Winged Beast Synchro with 0 attack and 2300 defense. 1 tuner, 1 or more non-tuners. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes 0, and if it does, its effects are negated. These changes last until the end of this turn. That's a really strong effect, but wow, a level 3 synchro is going to be hard to create. Wow. Counter gem. Skyscraper 2, Hero City. A field spell. Once per turn during your main phase, if you control this card, you can target one elemental hero monster in your graveyard that was destroyed by battle and special summon that target. Alright. Revive your elemental heroes. That's nice. The Revenge of the Normal. Trap card. Special summon level 4 or lower monsters from your hand up to the number of monsters your opponent controls. You can only activate one Revenge of the Normal per turn. That is a really good trap card. Especially if your opponent decides to swarm the field on, like, their first turn. Actually, no, that doesn't count, because you wouldn't have had time to set this thing, but... Anyway, that's a very interesting card. And it's interesting that it says Revenge of the Normal, but it doesn't specify that they have to be level 4 or lower normal monsters. You could special summon, you know, like 3 level 4 effect monsters if you wanted to. It's a very interesting trap card. Alright, it's already been half an hour. Jeez Louise, I'm getting so distracted. Let's get one more set of 10, see where we are. Hopefully my luck continues to hold out with these super rares. Maybe we'll get an ultra rare. I'd really like to get an ultra rare before just going through the cards that I haven't gotten yet. Contact with Gusto, Gem Elephant, Future Glow, 1000 Energy, Hero City, Torp Toon Gear. We may be able to do... we may be able to go up to 40 just because it's a mini box, and at this point we're probably going to be getting mostly duplicates. Symphonic Warrior Drums. Level 2 Wind Machine Tuner. 700 attack and defense. Once per turn, you can... I called it. You can declare one attribute and select one face-up symphonic monster on the field. That monster becomes that attribute. You can declare an attribute, remove from play this card from your graveyard, select face-up symphonic warrior, and make it that attribute. Alright. So yeah, so they all seem to want to change themselves in various ways. I'm assuming to help you with synchro summoning. Human Wave Tactics, Salvage Warrior. Actually, they're all tuners. I just realized that. They're all tuner monsters, aren't they? I know the bass and the piano are. I think the drum was. So while they help each other with synchro summoning, maybe they're not supposed to help each other. Maybe they're supposed to just change themselves so that you can synchro summon easier. But then why would you have that field spell that lets you activate their effects? Or that reacts to them activating their effects? Because that would imply that you want multiple on the field. I don't know, maybe there are some that aren't tuners. Yeah, the drum's a tuner. Gem Elephant, Concordia, Concoruda, Counter Gem, Erosquin, Rainbow Overdragon? The hell is this thing? It's 2, 4, 6, 8... A level 12 Light Dragon Fusion. 4000 attack, 0 defense. Wait. Didn't Jesse use this card at some point? I swear there was some kind of an event where Jesse had this card. Jesse Anderson from GX. I don't know. Created from 7 Crystal Beast monsters. This card is always treated as an ultimate crystal card. Must be either fusion summoned or special summoned by tributing one level 10 ultimate crystal monster, in which case you do not use polymerization. Level 10. I wonder if regular Rainbow Dragon is level 10. Once per turn, you can banish one Crystal Beast monster from your graveyard. This card gains attack equal to the banished monsters until the end phase of this turn. And as a quick effect, you can tribute this fusion summon card, shuffle all cards on the field into the deck. Interesting fusion. I feel like it's probably just too difficult to summon to really be worth it, but maybe I'm missing something about the Crystal Beasts. Shadow Spectre, Gem Elephant, Concoruda, 1000 Energy, Warblon, I'm not even going to try it. Drums, Digustic Goldos, Revenge of the Normal, Shadow Spectre, Major Riot. Oop, that was a new one. There's Gusto Goldo, here we go. A level 3 Winged Beast Tuner, 500 attack and defense. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon one level 2 or lower Gusto monster from your deck. Alright. Like if it's used in a synchro summoning, so there you go. That's cool. And considering that only took about 4.5 minutes, let's just go ahead and grab another set of 10, and then we'll go through and see what cards I have not gotten. I really want to get at least one of the Ultras, come on. I'd love it if I got the box Ultra, but I just want one. Drums, Mimiclay, Saberhawk, Penguin, Amplifier, Digusto Goldos, Digusto Falcos, Shadow Spectre, Salvage Warrior, repeat. Another super rare, Trap Stun. Negate all other trap card effects on the field this turn. I wonder if that applies to trap cards that are activated after you use Trap Stun. Because if so, this would be an amazing trap card. Kind of like an anti-magic arrows, but only for traps. I like that card. Another basis, swallow flip, some bow wow. Bases, normal, Gusto Eagle. Level 1 Winged Beast Tuner. So, there you go, that's the thing for the level 3 Synchro. 200 attack, 400 defense. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one level 4 or lower non-tuner Gusto monster from your deck. Alright. Can't really complain about stuff that replaces itself. Symphonic Warrior, Mimiclay, Stealth Ray. Ultra Rare? Human Wave Tactics. Oh, this thing's a flip. Okay. Symphonic Warrior Synthesis. A level 4 Wind Machine flip. 1200 attack, 1900 defense. The flip effect, you can add one Symphonic Warrior monster from your deck to your hand except Symphonic Warrior Synthesis. Okay, so you set this thing, your opponent attacks into it. Has a decent amount of defense, so it will likely live, especially if it's early on in the duel, and you get to just search out any Symphonic Warrior you want. Once per turn, you can target one monster you control or in your graveyard whose original name includes Symphonic Warrior, except for Synthesis. Until the end phase, this card's name becomes that monster's original name, and replace this effect with that monster's original effects. Okay, so it copies a Symphonic Warrior that's in the graveyard, and it does not banish it to use that, so that's cool. Doesn't it? Whose original name includes Symphonic Warrior. Till the end phase, the card's name comes. Yeah, doesn't banish that monster to mimic it. And you can banish this card from your graveyard. Target one of your banished Symphonic Warrior monsters. Special summon it. Okay, so Synthesis is kind of the key monster for the whole thing. That's a complicated looking card. Holy crap! Mana Dragon Zernitron. Level 6 Dark Dragon, 2200 attack, 1200 defense. Excuse me for snoring. If a spell trap card you control leaves the field because of an opponent's effect, and is now in the graveyard or banished, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. If it was there when that spell trap left, or hand, even if not. Or hand, even if not. Okay. Then you can set one spell trap that is banished or in your graveyard to your spell trap zone. You can only use this effect of Mana Dragon Zernitron once per turn. If summoned this way, banish this card when it leaves the field. Okay, that is a very complicated effect, but I think what it is basically saying is that if your opponent removes one of your spell and trap cards, while this thing is either in your graveyard or in your hand, you may special summon Zernitron, and then you can either put that spell and trap card or a previous spell and trap card you have used back into your spell trap zone. But you can only special summon one per turn and use that recovery effect and so on. You can normal summon this thing, so it does not banish itself when it leaves the field, but very, very interesting. I wonder if, after special summoning it, if you use, what's that thing called? Forbidden Chalice? I think that's the quick play spell that negates a monster's effect but gives it 400 attack and defense. I wonder if using that on Mana Dragon turns off the ability, or its effect that says it gets banished after it's been summoned in its unique way. I don't know. Very bizarre card, but alright. I'm going to stop buying packs here, and let's see what we missed. So the cover card for the box is Elemental Hero Great Tornado, a level 8 Wind Warrior Fusion with 2800 attack, 2200 defense. It requires one Elemental Hero monster and any Wind monster. Must be fusion summoned, can't be special summoned by other ways. If this card is fusion summoned, have the attack and defense of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls. That does not have a limit, so their attack points are just halved forever, unless they flip face down somehow. Obviously anything summoned after this effect would be gone, but it's kind of cool that the halving effect is just permanent. It doesn't revert back at the end phase or whatever, they permanently lose half their attack. Next ultra rare is Mecha Phantom Beast Tether Wolf, level 4 Wind Machine, 1700 attack, 1200 defense. When this card is normal summoned, special summon a Mecha Phantom Beast token. This card's level is increased by the total levels of all Mecha Phantom Beast tokens you control. While you control a token, this card can't be destroyed. Excuse me. During the damage step of either player's turn, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you contribute 1 token once per battle. This card gains 800 attack until the end phase. Or until the end of this turn. End phase. Wow, so you can give up a token when this thing attacks, and it'll go up to 2500 attack. That's pretty significant. Right, and then the last ultra rare is Pilica? I want to say is how you pronounce that? Pilica, Descendant of Gusto. A level 3 Wind Psychic, 1000 attack, 1500 defense. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can target 1 Wind Tuner monster in your graveyard, special summon that target in face-up defense position. Its effects are negated. If you activate this effect, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except winds. You can only use this effect of Pilica, Descendant of Gusto once per turn. Okay, so you can normal summon her, revive a Gusto tuner, and then synchro summon with her, for example. So, pretty cool card. Toggle to this, and let's see here. So, in terms of the super rares, I did not get any Psychic Nightmares, thankfully. Level 6 Wind bad joke on the name is bad. Level 6 Wind Psychic Synchro, 2400 attack, 1800 defense. 1 tuner and 1 or more non-tuner psychic type monsters. Once per turn during your main phase, you can pick 1 random card in your opponent's hand and call what type of card it is, monster, spell, or trap. If you call it right, this card gains 1000 attack until your opponent's end phase. Okay, a little bit of gambling, but I mean 2400 isn't that terrible. And especially if you use something like the, what was that thing called? Future Glow. If you have this in play, like, again, activate this, banish a level 4, this thing gains 800 attack and becomes a 3200 level 6 monster. That's really scary. The other super rare that I missed is Mist Valley Soldier, a level 4 Wind Wing Beast tuner, 1700 attack, 300 defense. While you control this face-up card, any opponent's monster that battles this card is not destroyed by the battle, but returns to its owner's hand at the end of the damage step instead. So, kind of nice. Keeps things out of the graveyard, because there's plenty of cards that want to activate on things that are in the graveyard. Kind of fills up their hand, which, if done for long enough, means that they'll have to start discarding things. Pretty cool card. Did I miss any rares or normals? No, I did not. Only got a couple copies of some, but we got all the rares and normals, so that's everything in the Tornado of Phantoms mini box. Pretty cool box, if I have to say so. I'm interested in the new Mecha Phantom Beasts. Some of the Gustos seem cool. Really curious to see what can be done with those Symphonic Warriors. Definitely seems like that strategy is to rely on Synthesizer as, like, basically trick your opponent into making Synthesizer flip, searching out whichever one of the tuners you need to use for the situation, and then using it. And then in future using synthesizers to mimic the effects of the other tuners and just continually synchro summon with them. So, fascinating card set. Like I said, I'd never heard of those things until tonight, so very cool box. Very cool box. I'm very happy with it. And as apparently as my brain decides to just draw a blank on what I want to say next, probably a good sign to just end things off here. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all had a great time, and I hope you all have a great day. And I will see you all in the next one.